Well, thousands of Australians in India are officially stranded after the government paused all incoming flights from the country until at least May 15. Even Australian cricketers are being told there's no special treatment. The Prime Minister has declared once flights resume, it will be on a priority basis.
For a country choked by overpopulation, the coronavirus catastrophe confronting India was inevitable. And as the country burns its dead, Australia is ramping up its restrictions.
Today we agreed, in addition to the measures that were announced after the last National Cabinet meeting, to pause direct passenger flights between India and Australia until the 15th of May.
The ban directly impacting 500 arrivals on 2 commercial flights into Sydney and 2 repatriation flights into Darwin's Howard Springs facility. Indirect flights through third-party countries are now also halted. The ban leaves 9,000 Australians utterly stranded. Still, the PM says he's helping them.
I don't see this as a problem that we're trying to solve. I see this as a group of people we're trying to help.
Deepak Gold doesn't feel that way. He's just tested positive.
What if something happens to me? Will the government take responsibility being an Australian citizen? Will they take care of my family and my financials later if something happens to me?
When flights eventually resume, returning Aussies will be asked to prove through 2 different tests they're COVID negative. In the interim, Australia will send aid.
500 non-invasive ventilators, 1 million surgical masks, 500,000 P2 and N95 masks, 100,000 surgical gowns, 100,000 goggles, 100,000 pairs of gloves and 20,000 face shields.
The emergency supplies, though, do nothing to quell the dispute around Australia's quarantine system. Western Australia wants to transition from hotels to a proper facility like the Christmas Island Detention Centre. Queensland wants to set up its own private facility outside Brisbane. If only Scott Morrison would let them.
I'm at my wit's end here because I have been calling for this. The facility in Toowoomba would have been built by now. All we are asking for the federal government is to say a simple yes or no. Will you allow international flights to land into Wellcamp?
Why build a purpose-built facility when there are existing purpose-built facilities that are available and unused? As I said, there's Yonga Hill, there's Curtin Air Base, there's Christmas Island, there's various defence barracks all over Australia. They're sitting there.
The PM happy the way things are.
A system that is achieving 99.99% effectiveness is a very strong system and is serving Australia very well.
For now, Australia remains an island amidst a sea of breathless despair. Jonathan Lee, Sky News, Canberra.
South Australia has blocked international flights